Hi again, this is Kirby Chua from Grace Counseling Center, and I'm here to roll out the fifth series of the gambling addiction. I would say sessions, or I wouldn't want to say lecture. These are not lectures, these are more or less discussions. I'm just here to bring out the themes that we deal in Christian counseling, see what course we can go through, put up some mini goals that you as the listener or the therapist can implement in your therapeutic sessions, or in your journey to letting go of this addiction and starting off with a new life. So let's go for session number 5, which is starting over. So please take note that this one is more or less a spin-off. This ought to be connected to the 4th video, which is letting go of the dream. I find that the two go hand in hand, because you cannot have the new wine unless you let go of the old wineskins. Old wineskins. Pour out the old wine, throw out the old wineskins, let in the new wine. So please take note before, in case you're just watching this straight out for this one, it's gonna be difficult to simply tell someone start over. Just quit gambling and start over. It's not as simple as that. There's going to be a process, as all the counselors would tell you. And one of the processes that this is required would be to let go of the dream. So this is my take on this one. So other counselors will have their own styles. They will have their own philosophies. And we all respect that one, right? So let's just go again. Again, you'll notice that I also started to roll out these videos a lot more frequently. It's because I'm behind schedule, and let me explain, right? In a few seconds, let me explain. You're not supposed to be seeing these videos yet. For now, this time it's early May of 2024. If you're seeing all these videos, I don't know how you come across these videos, because these videos aren't supposed to be marketed yet, although it's rolled out in YouTube. I plan to put it up in Rumble. We don't even have a Rumble account yet. You're not supposed to be seeing these videos yet. So just think about this. That's a fact, right? So if you're seeing this video and you weren't harassed by me to watch the video, somebody sent you the video. I'm confident that someone up there is watching over you, and I hope these videos are helping you out in one way or another, right? So all glory to the Lord. So for today, starting over, how can I pay off my debts and restart my life? This is the question for most people in the gambling addiction process, which comes out towards the ending of their journey already. So what do I mean by this one? So the first few parts of gambling addiction therapy, right, would be about settling their belief systems, settling their concepts, settling their philosophies of health. We call it the philosophy of health because each one of us have different concepts of what you think healthy is. For some people, health means I'm happy with my family. Health is my financial health. My finances are healthy. My work life is healthy. My work-life balance is healthy. So what is it that you mean by health? Well, what is it do you mean by work-life balance? Each person will have their own philosophy. The client, not just the counselor. Actually, the counselor's philosophies are secondary. Counselor philosophies are only important in determining their method, their conceptualization of the case, and their method of treating the case. Besides that one, I don't think the client could care any less about my philosophies, because the session is the client's session. So please check on the individuality of the clients, the ones who are looking for liberation and healing, right? So they will have, it's a case-to-case basis. And for this reason, that's the sad part, because if it's a one-size-fits-all, these videos would have helped everyone already. But these will just lay down the framework for the case-to-case treatment of each of our clients. So upon letting go of the past, if you've gone through the first 4 videos, that's one of the things that we do in Christian counseling. What we're going to tackle now would be starting over, which is just letting you know, it's the questions that's tackled towards the end of the process of gambling addiction. So we're taking it talking about it now as a foreshadowing of what's to come, or sometimes you wanna go back to this video and start checking out how to restart, how to start over. So again, the big please take note, this is already in lieu of you letting go of the old wine skins, the old dream. I'm letting go of the fantasy. I call it my Instagram fantasies. It's not gonna happen. It is not God's. In the first place, these fantasies, these dreams, I don't think they're God's design for you. Therefore, I don't think it's in your vested interest. It's not in God's plan or interest for your life. It's gonna destroy you. Me chasing out, let's just use them. Me chasing out the sports cars, me chasing out all these penthouses, for example, is not God's design for me. Therefore, it's not healthy for me. Let it go. So once I let it go, what do I do next, right? It's called the starting over phase. And it involves starting small, starting slow. So hear me out. Yeah, so it's starting small, starting slow. And this is that's the principle we follow: small and slow. And this time, we lower down your risk profile, right? So I want to clarify at this point, right, that we're not against risk, by the way. But if your risk, your level of risk taking is on the there's a healthy level and an unhealthy level, then that's where the gambling addiction kicks in, right? So if your risk taking is that high, for some people, their risk profile or their risk averse, their risk taking is that low that their life don't move. So I do agree with this one. So there's a moderate level of risk taking, right? So now we're lowering down. So we're speaking to former gambling addicts, or transforming, right, from a gambling addict to a changed person, and their risk profiles are very, very high. So we're here to lower down the slider bar. They may feel very, very slow in getting a job. So that's the point that I'm trying to get out. We need to get a job and start working from scratch. Again, this is in lieu of the philosophy of starting small, starting slow. Yeah, it's not about think big, man. Like this. That's the thinking that got us into trouble in the first place. So we respect, again, it reminds me of the concept of sowing and reaping, which is all about small as a seed and the slow yet assured process of growth. Small and slow. So, and this is one of the things that we do in the process of recovery from gambling addiction. Once you let go of the dream, which is the hardest part, now is to humble ourselves down to look for a job, a 9 to 5. I know it doesn't sound nice in today's terms, right? A 9 to 5 job, but I keep telling people, I miss the beauty of having an assured income, a guaranteed pay at the end of the month. Now, this one is necessary because it will be involved in financial counseling or in debt cancellation. I'm not a financial counselor. If you're interested in this one, you can search it around. We do have financial counselors here in Grace Counseling. You can search our website. Her name. Most of our counselors are females. Our financial counselor, which is a numbers kind of guy, is Andrew. And I don't know what they do. The only requirement for financial counseling or debt cancellations is that you have a job. What they mean is that you have a form of income, and more or less they can promise that this is possible. You can start paying your debts. I honestly don't know how they do it. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a different form of counseling. That's beyond me, man. So, but this one is necessary to starting over, to get a job. In Singapore, it's almost a culture. We call it the taxi driver stories. I love chatting with taxi drivers. A lot of them, I'm not saying most of them, a lot of them come from rich pasts, and a lot of them are recovering from gambling addiction. That's why you ask them, where's the casino? They more or less know where it is, with all the warnings that they can give you, and some of them will share their stories, right? So again, I learned a lot from chatting with the cab drivers here in Singapore, and This is also one of the routes that we take up in gambling addiction processes. Before I was helping out in an organization called One Hope Center during the reign of the great Pastor Tan Lai King. And this is one of the, if I'm the one speaking, I will always recommend cab driving because you don't need much qualifications, and more or less anyone with a driver's license can enter cab driving, right? And it gives a decent salary with not much risk. So it controls down the risk profile of the person. And the common problem that people ask me here is a cab driver will typically make in Singapore, you know, nowadays some people the $5,000 a month, gone were the days that they earn $5,000 a month. Nowadays they would say they will make $3,000 a month net for a cab driver in Singapore full time. This is full time work, 12-hour shift, because they share two cab drivers will share one car, right? One will drive in the first 12 hours of the day, then they pass on the keys to the next guy who will pay half the rent of the car for the next 12 hours, right? So if a 12-hour shift happens for the next month, more or less guaranteed, almost guaranteed. Okay, fine. It depends on the number of passengers and stuff. They will get $3,000, $4,000. Please correct me if I'm wrong once again. I'm known to be an outdated person. And the question for this one is, how can my salary of $3,000 a month, it's not even my net salary, right? How can it pay for my $100,000 debt, right? And this is where the financial counselors come in. For some reason, they have a way of calculating or controlling the interest rates and stuff, setting aside. I've seen one happen before, right? But I still don't know the methods they use. It's a totally different type of counseling. Please look out for financial counselors. Now, not some of them may be trained from the insurance industry. Some of them may be trained as accountants, or those people good with finances, and they know their way around the legalities and stuff, right? So, but then again, if there are instances where there's loan sharks and illegal money lenders are concerned, we have other specialists. And for this reason, I refer them to One Hope Center here in Singapore. Before this is the reign again of the great Pastor Tan Lai King. They were known as being experts for negotiating with loan sharks and stuff. So as long as you have a job, there is a way. But you will have to lift the weights, carry on the work. Start from scratch, start with a seedling once again, and restart your life. So, okay, any other things? Okay, having a vision is good. I know I don't want to sound confusing. You let go of my dream. Now you want me to have a vision. Of course, this is the new wine, right? So it's okay to have a vision, but this time you do it prayerfully, and the vision is something that will be healthy for you, something that will be meaningful to you. So it's no longer the penthouse and stuff. It could still be a large vision. And I'll tell you why. How can this be, right? If I'm going back to a basic job. For me, I used to fantasize as a barista. So again, if I have to scale down my lifestyle and stuff, I will work as a barista. So it sounds fun unless you get scolded by the boss once again, right? So the philosophy from the Bible is this one. It's from 2 Corinthians 3:18. 2 Corinthians 3:18, where we are not meant to stagnate. If you are in Christ, He will not let you stagnate. Yeah, it's the phrase from glory to glory. He will lift you up from glory to glory. So again, you may feel like the smallest creature in the planet. There's going to be shame involved. It's for another video, but the attitude for this one is the constant expectation of good things to come. So I will do it the Lord's way. I will start working start working small, progress slowly, albeit consistently, right? And my measurement for this one, statistically speaking, the taxi driver's story would range from 1 year to 2 years until an opportunity will start coming in and they get promoted to the next level of life. Just call it level 2. So they get promoted to something else, doing something else. I know a cab driver who met his business partner in the cab itself. So again, I don't want to give too much templates for people to copy. It's between you and the Lord. What I can guarantee you is that the Lord is there. He knows you're working. He knows you're honoring his covenant with you. And again, opportunities will start coming, but it will be up to you. It will be up to you to capture these opportunities. So again, don't focus on creating opportunities, but open your eyes, because the level 1, the entry level work that you're in is not the finality. There's no finality there. These are springboards. These are footholds towards the next and the next and the next. I think biblically speaking, they call this the 30, 60, 90 principle. Some interpret this as 30% increase in your. It depends on the context. It depends on the interpretation as well, and the application, of course. In this case, we're applying it in lieu of 2 Corinthians 3:18, that the Lord lifts you up from glory to glory. Again, it will not be forever. So you would say, how can my salary of $3,000 a month pay for my $100,000 debt with interest? Again, we're not saying that you will be in this position, in the cab driver seat, for the rest of your life. It's the entry level for the blessings. So for me, in my narrative for this one, it's like, you know the verse, and I'll put this all in the description. The verse, work as unto the Lord. Whatever work the Lord give you, it's only society that will make it shameful. Please take note. The Lord doesn't really care if you are a CEO, you're a pastor, for example, or you're a cleaner. Paul said all of them are necessary for God's kingdom. It's only society that will make it shameful. But keep this attitude that when the Lord regards your work, he regards it with respect. So let's return the favor, right? Work as unto the Lord. I do it respectfully. This is the work that the Lord has given me right now. I'll do it to the best of my ability. And guess what? People have been blessed by this principle. All right? So we work as unto the Lord. No matter how small the plant is, all of us start as a seed. And the Lord will lift us up to the next stage, into the next stage, into the next stage. So again, the Lord is not for stagnation. So when it comes to the sowing and reaping part, there's no 10, but the 30, 60, 90 principle, think about it this way, that your investments, which is your work, is a show of obedience to the Lord. It's more or less, this is my interpretation. It's more or less you telling the Lord that I can respect your blessings. I can respect your plans for me. There. That's why if you work as unto the Lord is more or less testing you if you can handle his blessings properly. So do take note. One last verse, and I slow down for this one. I kind of forgot the verse, man, but it's a verse that the Lord will not give us. The Lord will not test us on things that we cannot bear, or something like this, right? I just remember the Gary V song. He won't give us what we cannot bear. So same goes for blessings. If the blessings, he's more than happy to give you blessings, even financial blessings. But if he knows it will destroy you, he will hold it back. So you gotta show the Lord that I am prepared. I am prepared for this blessing. I can handle it. I'm ready for the next step. Do work as unto the Lord. Yeah. And like Pharaoh witnessing the work of Joseph, he's slowly elevated and immediately propelled to the prime minister's post, right? So this is the Lord's process. Once again, it's not the get rich quick schemes. So I'm winding down here, and for now, it's the humbling attitude of starting over once you let go of the dream. So once you've started over, you're considering to start over, have these beliefs and have this biblical attitude in mind that the Lord is still for you, and the Lord will not leave you here to rot. He will slowly, slowly, slowly glorify you, but you will have to show Him. It's a relationship, you see. It's not a test, it's a relationship, right? That you will show the Lord that I can handle prosperity. I can handle blessings. Then the next step will come. The next step will come. So again, I'm releasing you here. Thanks for a step. I said it's going to be a short session. Thanks for sticking by. And all right, I'll see you in other videos. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.